Well, today's going to be interesting because we're going to look at the question of how do I generate more profit from my business, not just more revenue. Now, this video is for people who've got, say, between 3 and 10, maybe 3 and 15 staff who own their own business and who are looking at how do I market this in a way that's going to bring more profits? Because a lot of people think if I just increase the scale, the size of my business, I'll make more money. The truth is increasing your revenue will potentially not increase your profit. It'll just create more work for you. And that's a spot no one wants to be in. What we want to do is increase your profit. So to increase your profit, the quickest, simplest way to increase your profit is to increase your prices. Now, the problem with that is when you increase your prices, people are like, I'm not going to that person because they cost more. So what we need to do is we need to create a reason why people are happy to pay increased prices for what you do. And the technical term for this is you stop being a commodity, you start being specialized. Okay. So how do we do this? Say you're an electrician and the going rate is, I don't know, $100 an hour, but you decide I'm going to charge $150 an hour. Well, how do you do that? There's two ways. One way is to go into a tiny, tiny niche where you only do electrical stuff for pools. That's it. And if it's not a pool, you don't do it. So as soon as someone needs pools, you're the obvious right choice because you only do that tiny niche. Okay, that's one way of doing it. It can work. There's a second way, which I think is a lot better and a lot easier in a lot of ways, especially if you're young, if you're in your 20s or 30s, and that is to become a subject matter expert, a trusted authority in your industry, where when people look at you, they know that you're not like the average electrician, you're a league above. Now, how do you do that? You become a subject matter expert by making sure that everyone knows that you don't just do electrical work, you also do education about electrical work. So that might mean you create video content for other electricians and you make sure that your audience, which like your target market, which is actually mums, dads, anyone who needs electrical stuff, they know that you don't just do electrical work, you train electricians because it's got to be all over your website that, you know, you're a leader among the pack. You can also be a thought leader. You know, you're an electrician who leads the way in using different products, better products, green products, who knows, whatever sort of, you're a leader in the pack, okay? And then you've got to produce a whole heap of content. Now, people freak out. They're like, hold on, I'm an electrician. I'm not a communicator. I'm a builder of stuff. You know, it's like true, but you know how to produce content. Every time you talk to someone, you're producing content. So you can use video or you can just transcribe, like talk into your mobile phone and then get someone to type it. You know, it doesn't matter, but somehow get lots of content out there on your website, on YouTube, on everywhere, where you're showing exactly how to do things and you're showing the right way and you're showing the wrong way. And then you become that subject matter expert, that leader, that trusted leader in your field by demonstrating this is what we should do. This is what a lot of people do. This is why it doesn't work. Okay. And what you're doing is you're setting yourself as higher quality. And then there are a lot of people there who are less interested in price and more worried about just, is it done properly? So then you need to be the person who is the trusted authority figure. They're like, I don't care if it costs a bit more. I just want it done properly the first time. And that's how you do that. So what's the practical steps for doing this is if you say an electrician or a plumber or a carpet person or whatever, it's like, don't just think, oh, I do a good craft, word of mouth will spread for me. Look, that works in the boom times. It doesn't work in down seasons. Okay. What you need to do is have a website that clearly shows all your range of skills and it shows the right way of doing things and the wrong way of doing things. And it distinguishes you as above others. It's like, oh, this is how most people do it. It's not a good way because over a period of time, this will happen. So instead you should do it this way. Be that detailed. And people go, hold on, but people are just going to click on my website and phone me, aren't they? No. Where'd you get that idea? They're going to click on at least 3 or 4 websites and then they're going to pick on the one that they trusted. It may not be the prettiest website, it may not be the most informative website, but it's the one that they trusted the most. And they'll trust you the most if you've given them the best, most detailed, most comprehensive answers to their questions. And if you've got a whole heap of content there, you've got your YouTube videos, you've got your free downloadable PDFs, ebooks, it's all there for them. They're like, oh, this person really knows what they're doing. You build that trust, and then from that trust point, you can command higher prices. Now, check this out. A lot of people think, hold on, if I was to put my prices up by, say, 20%, okay, so instead of charging $100 an hour, you're charging $120 an hour. If I was to put my prices up 20%, that means that I get 20% more profit, right? Wrong. If you put your prices up 20%, you could potentially be doubling your profits. Let me show you why. Your cost, let's say you're selling something for $100 an hour, okay, of your time. when you take all your costs out and stuff, probably $20 of that is profit. The other 80 is expenses. So you lift your price up to $120 an hour, and suddenly you've still got $80 of expenses, but your profit per hour is $40 per hour. Okay, so massive difference. And people go, So what you really want is to be in a situation where you're increasing your prices and you're demonstrating why you're still the best choice, why you are the most trusted or most competent at that price point. And then by doing that, you can make a lot more money and spend a lot less time at work and a lot more time at home with your family. I mean, who wouldn't want that? So this is just a taste of the sort of work that we do with, people who are trying to grow their business and grow it fast. The long story short is you want your website to be so detailed, so comprehensive, so attractive to eyeballs. And then secondly, you want your website site engine optimized, which is where you do all the magic wizardry in the background that tells Google exactly what your website's about, so it shows more people. And then the next step beyond that is you want to have your Facebook ads or your Google ads, depending on what your market is. Is it women? Probably go Facebook. If it's men, probably go Google ads. There's a few other factors there. You want that to be doing a good job for you as well. There's so many things you can do, but all of it's going to come down to, can you build trust? Can you build trust by being a subject matter expert? And can you demonstrate that you know your stuff? If you can do that, then you can raise your prices, you can have a whole lot more profit. And life as a business owner is then so much easier. So have a look in the description below. Go get some free stuff that I've put right there just for you. If you're the sort of person who's watched this video to here, you're the sort of person who wants that free stuff. So go and click on those links, get whatever resources you can. It's a pleasure to give it to you. I hope you have a great day.